Hello everyone, Justin here, and welcome to part 2 of my series on how to draw graffiti letters. So here we'll go ahead and get started with drawing each individual letter, starting with A, and as I mentioned, we're going to make it fairly loose and carefree. So we'll start with drawing these letters A, B, C, maybe let's go ahead and get into D as well. When you're actually drawing these letters, you're going to keep them kind of close where they end up basically overlapping. So let's go over A here. So as I mentioned, the strokes are going to be tapered. Here, let's go ahead and go with this, and let's taper this particular stroke and make it really wide here at the bottom and go to the top. And you can make these ends more square if you'd like. Here, let's actually do that. And here's the next stroke. Let's make this so that it's wide here at the bottom and maybe not taper as much, and it's going to continue on past the other stroke. And let's do the crossbar here. So going past, and again I'll make it so this one is pretty tapered. Okay, let's outline this now. And add our overlapping lines here. I'm gonna add these on the upstroke, and then over here I'm gonna change it up with the crossbar. Okay, and up here maybe let's do it this way, and you can just vary these any number of different ways. And then I'm gonna taper these overlapping lines now so that they're thinnest on the inside and widest on the outside. Just experiment. Each time I do this, it's going to be a little bit different from the last time. Okay, next I'm going to add our form shadow down here, and basically I'm just going to follow the outline here at the bottom right, always at the bottom right, and then make it tapered so it's thickest at the bottom right and fill it in. Same thing here, just follow that lower part and then add a second inside line to make it tapered, and maybe even do one here, just a smaller one. And I'm gonna go ahead and add a small highlight here, and that's it for the A. Let's go ahead and work on the B. Again, we'll go ahead and let's look at this main stem here and make it tapered like that, and look at this curve. So we could make this top part a little bit thinner than the bottom part. Maybe we could even curve this. So let's go ahead and curve this actually and go like this, and then make it wide here. Okay, and then this part, let's draw the bottom part so that bottom curve is really wide and coming really wide at the bottom and then narrowing as it meets the upper curve. Okay, let's go ahead and outline this one. Okay, here look at this curve, it's overlapping the main stem, so we'll put that in. Same with down here. And let's add some overlapping lines. So maybe here, let's go down a little bit, and then this part here as well, and then make sure you taper it like that. And then here, let's continue this line. And now here, let's have this line go in. Okay. And here, let's have this inner curve come in and then tapered. And same here and here. And let's do that down here. Next, let's add our form shadow here. And this is going to be a long crescent shape. And add a highlight maybe here and maybe up here. Okay, that's our B. Next, let's draw a C. And again, we're going to make this bottom part larger, just so we have a nice weight to the letter. And bring this up and over. So here, let's go ahead and add kind of something like this as kind of like a serif. So maybe we could add a line right here that kind of goes up, and it's tapered just like everything else. And let's go ahead and outline this and see where we're at. Not a lot of places here to overlap, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add an overlapping line, maybe like right here, going in, and I'll use my finer Sharpie to taper that a little bit better. And maybe up here, let's go ahead and put a line that goes in that way. And finally, let's add our form shadow right here at the bottom right. And add a highlight here at the upper left, and maybe add one here as well. Okay, let's work on the D. Again, here's our main stem. Let's make this wide at the bottom, skinny at the top. And I'm going to continue the theme of having the lower part of this bowl or curved line quite large. So let's go like this and over. And notice that I changed my line from our original letter D, just depending on how I want it to look. So let's outline this. Okay, here's that overlap, and here. Okay, so how are we going to overlap this? Let's have this part overlapping the upright stroke, just like that. And same here at the bottom. So we're just extending this line and then adding that little bit of a shadow there. So basically you have this triangle right there. And here we're going to have this one overlap. So let's just go ahead and extend this strokes line up a little bit and taper that shadow. Add our highlight here and maybe here, and add our form shadow here at the bottom right. We've got a long curve here, so I'm going to have this form shadow kind of extend farther and over here. And now we can go ahead and just erase our lines, our pencil lines. And finally, let's go ahead and add our shadows. on the lower right of each letter to make it look more three-dimensional. Always on the lower right, basically extending the outlines on the right side and lower right areas of the letter and just shading it in. So finally what we're going to do is go ahead and outline this with a line that's fairly close, hugging each letter and keeping a consistent line and space. Keeping a consistent line and space all the way around. So here my outline for the A is going to meet up with the outline for the B, because there's no more space here for me to continue around the A. So I'll transition over to the B. Obviously, if you just have separate letters, or if the spaces between the letters are larger than here, then you can outline the whole letter individually. But generally, when you start forming words with any kind of type, with any kind of lettering or font, they'll be close enough that you'll have to do it this way, where the outlines start to meet up with the next letter's outline. So I'll just continue all the way around. And here I think I can continue on in up to about there, and then I transition over to the A. So now I'm going to treat this as an inner space and outline it. And same here, there's space here for me to do an outline, but not necessarily in that small space for the B. Okay, we've got a big inner space here. I'll go ahead and outline that. And the D right here. Alright, so that's it guys. The letters A, B, C, and D. And I will see you at the next video. Thanks a lot and have a great day. Bye.